Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Naya Chung and I am a law student. This summer I decided to work with a disability inclusion and advocacy clinic, and all I can say is 10 out of 10 experience. I will be going to Orlando and I will be going to the annual Family Cafe, and this is a convention where us as law students and the attorneys that I work for, Professor Dees, Professor Rangel, Professor Markowitz, we will be teaching people within the disability community how to protect themselves, and we will be providing them resources and ways to help parents understand more about what they could do for their child, or just information that you might not get from a legal perspective. A lot of people think that for parents the only way is guardianship, but there's guardian advocacy, there's power of attorney, there's supportive decision making. As a law student, outreach is important because how else will a client know to go to you? How else can you help advise or counsel a client if they don't even know certain things exist? So stay tuned. One luggage, one carry-on. Sending emails to one of my clients because I'm a young professional. Okay everybody, so we are officially in Orlando. We are ordering a Lyft so that we can go to Family Cafe now, and yeah, how do you guys feel?
AJ, Ethan found it hard to understand why AJ receives special attention and support from their parents. This part is extremely relatable to most homes.
Adventures of Catgirl, written by me, Catherine Magnoli. By Mom, a little girl named Catherine yelled as she wheeled down the sidewalk. When she entered the classroom, she could hear the other kids whisper. Why do you think the other kids were whispering about her? Does anyone want to take a guess?
Wheelchair.
Because of the wheelchair. Did it hurt when you fell? Timmy said, laughing. Is it nice to make fun of people?
No.
No. Timmy, that's not nice. One more comment and you'll be in timeout, Mr. Miller said firmly.
Okay guys, so now I'm freezing. I just got done talking to a couple of families, and honestly, I'm glad that I've been prepared because I at least know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing, and it just feels good to give people information, especially when people don't have access to information. So I'm very thankful for this opportunity and meeting people and meeting families and like hearing each person's personal wants and needs and kind of figuring out what they want specifically and what will be best for their child. It just feels good providing parents with information, especially because I'm a parent and sometimes it's hard to know things, and when you have access to knowledge, that's how you're able to make better decisions and informed decisions. So very thankful to be here right now. Well, no one's here, I'm just recording and talking, but I'm probably about to go talk to somebody, so bye-bye. Oh, you're on TV all the time? Okay.
You should see me on news stories.
Okay, so introduce yourself.
My name is Michael Lincoln McCrate. I am the president of Magical Self-Advocacy. I'm also on the Disability Advisory Board for Orange County.
Okay, and what happened to you?
Basically, back in 2014, I had my rights fully taken away. I was put in a full guardianship where it took all my rights away. The right to vote, the right to get married, the right to choose where I want to live, the right to even have friends. And, I mean, I just had attorneys to show up and just interview me. Like,
so tell your story of what actually happened and how you figured out you were in a guardianship then.
it's a fair warning, you're gonna have tears. So when I aged out of foster care, like I was in a group home. When I was in a group home, I was laying in bed and the group home thing said, hey, come get your medicine, because I was on medicine at the time. And I come out and there's doctors, 3 doctors sitting on a chair, and I'm like, what are they doing here? Who are they? So they are like, you're Michael? I'm like, yeah. Who are you? And they were from a hospital asking me to interview me. So then they sent an attorney. The attorney just didn't care, didn't listen to me. And so then I went back in my room. I went to court, got my rights taken away. I went back home and my life was just a nightmare. Fast forward a year, 3 guys came in my room and basically said, you're coming with me. And I said, why am I coming with you? Who are you? And they're like, I'm not coming with you. He's like, you either come with me or I'm gonna make you come with me. And I said, I'm not coming. And they basically restrained me, threw me in the back of a car. I basically felt like I was kidnapped. I didn't know where I was going. And they said if I called for 911 for help, there's going to be an issue. And then I won my rights back in 2016, and I became the first person in Florida to get supported decision-making agreements.
Wow. Well, I hope you know that you're a powerful person and that like you can help inspire other people and people within your community to be able to know about supportive decision making and alternatives, because imagine not knowing why your rights are being taken away.
Supported decision making, that's going to go into effect of July 1st.
How do you feel about knowing that you're on the face of something like that and now that it's really law?
It makes me feel really good, and honestly, I'm hoping I get to meet the governor because it's not every day you can say, hey, my name was on the governor's desk.
Yeah. And do you have anything to tell anybody who might perceive you differently because of having a disability? Do you have a message to people who don't understand you or choose to look at stereotypes? Is there anything you have to say about that?
Just label jars, not people. Because people with disabilities have a voice. And just because they have disabilities doesn't mean they're not just like everybody else.
Wow.
They deserve the respect that each person gives. And they deserve to be famous. And I always say, this is what I tell judges, okay? At the end of the day, once you sign that guardianship agreement, you get to go home and pretend nothing ever happened. But the person that you just took someone's rights away has to go live a whole different life.
More than 14,000 families with special needs are in Orlando for one of the largest disability conferences in the country.
The entire point of this conference is to connect families with the resources and support they need. This convention provides other avenues for help, and one woman says it changed her life 20 years ago. Clinics like this one teaching her and others how to prepare for a transition to adulthood.
All people with disabilities should live as independently as possible.
Jeremy Countryman is the VP of the Family Cafe. He says the new funding should help clear some of the backlog of families on the waiver wait list, but it won't cover all the need.